It's fucking hot in the UK at the moment, so I apologise if I look a little bit sweaty. But anyway, good morning. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. It's time for Music Month because it's the last Friday of the month, and if you don't know what that is, it's when I choose 5 songs and 1 album that fit into a certain sort of theme or genre or mood. And for this month in particular, I've gone with piano-y music. Some of these will be excerpts from a film score, some will be tracks with a singer and a band and all of that, but as is now the case, I will be linking down below to a Spotify playlist, so if you wanted to listen through all of the tracks that I've mentioned today and maybe pick out your favourites or whatever, you can do that, so just click the link down there and you'll be taken straight to the Spotify playlist. So the first track in this piano-themed Music Month video is by an outstanding, phenomenal composer called Thomas James White. It's called I Have No Heaven Left. It was released just a few days ago. Again, links to that in the description as well. It's on Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music. You can download it on iTunes if you want to pay, I think, 79 pence for it. But yeah, no, I'm joking. It's by a thoroughly mediocre composer. It's by me. If you want to listen to that and let me know what you think. And for those of you who've already shown your love on the last video that I uploaded, which was that song, thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate all of the kind words and messages that you've sent me about it. So thank you very much. Buy it and stream it and turn your phone on overnight on mute and just have it repeating so I get plays going up on Spotify. That'd be nice. Track number 2 on this list is by an artist I've mentioned countless times before. It's called Olafur Arnalds and the song is called Particles. The song features a wonderful female vocalist whose name I won't even try to pronounce, but she's one of the singers in Of Monsters and Men, I think. It's an absolutely beautiful song and it builds slowly from a very sort of soft, quiet beginning with a string quartet gradually coming in, overlaying the foundation that the piano is playing, and it's Olafur obviously playing the piano brilliantly in this. It's taken from his most recent album Island Songs, which is fantastic. If you haven't listened to that, you should definitely do that. Yeah, it's just this wonderfully delicate piece of music with these soft vocals sort of soaring delicately over the top of it. Track number 3 on this list is by one of my all-time favourite artists, Keaton Henson, and it's called Old Lovers in Dressing Rooms. Taken from his last full sort of album release, Kindly Now, which is absolutely brilliant. This is one of my favourite songs from that record, and it's pretty much perfect from start to finish. Amazingly sparse instrumentation, and by sparse I do literally mean that it's just a piano. There's just a piano in this, and then Keaton's fragile vocals over the top of it. And as with all Keaton Henson songs, the lyrics are very honest and very moving, and this is just a wonderful song. I can't really say too much about it, you just have to go and listen to it and appreciate Keaton Henson. And if anyone does appreciate Keaton Henson, I hope that you've bought tickets to the world premiere performance of his 6 Lethargies in London at the Barbican on like the 20th of July. I have, and I literally can't wait. I'm almost definitely gonna cry. Track number 4 on this list is by Philip Glass, and it's called Truman Sleeps, from the score to the film The Truman Show. Now, The Truman Show is one of the greatest films ever made, and if you disagree with that, then just fight me. And one of the many remarkable things about this film was the score. It fits so well with the film, and I can remember watching the scene where Truman is sleeping and you hear this piece of music playing. It was one of the first times when I was really young that I noticed how effective the music was and how much more it was adding to the scene and to the film in general. So granted, the recording of it, at least if you listen to it on Spotify, the recording of it isn't the best quality I've ever heard, but it at least aligns with my memory of hearing it. Anyway, fantastic piece of music for a fantastic film. Track number 5 on this list is by a wonderful band called The National, and is called Karen at the Liquor Store. This is much more of a band song. I mean, there's piano playing all the way through, but this is a full band track, really. I mean, The National, as you may well know, are one of my favourite bands. I think they're great, and this is taken from their most recent release. It has this lovely, bright-sounding piano playing all the way through it, and then it builds up a lot towards the end, and you get this guitar solo, which the production on it is just super cool. They've got this really, really cool effect on the guitar at the end of it, and it's just mesmerising to listen to. And like all the National songs, it has this amazing ability to be melancholy, defeated, and hopeless, whilst never seeming overindulgent or too depressing. Now, usually I'd move on to the album now, but considering that the first track was taken up by a silly piece of music that I wrote, I'll have a bonus track 6, which is by a band called Civil Twilight, and is called It's Over. Again, this isn't a solo piano track by any means. It has a whole load of percussion, a whole load of vocalists, a whole load of other stuff going on, but it does start off with a piano, which is all you really need. And this song is fucking depressing. As you might have guessed from its title, lyrically this song is all about feeling sad that a relationship is over. But it's just done really, really well. It never gets over the top or too hyperbolic, and there's this really nice hypnotic beat that kind of drives the song and accompanies the singer's desperate lament about the love of his life that he's lost and all of that sad, mopey indie music bullshit. So there we go. Those are the 6 tracks that comprise that section of the video. Now we'll move on to the album, which is a bit of a cop-out on my part. I'm sorry in advance for that. You may not like it. You may not want to listen to it. It's very hot and I'm very busy with other things at the moment, and I didn't have any albums that immediately jumped out to me that were all piano based, and like was I going to choose anything by Adele. So the album that I've chosen for this Music Month video, based on piano music, is the soundtrack for the film The Pianist, which is basically just a whole album of Chopin. There is one track on there that is by the actual composer for the film, although I can't pronounce his name, and it's only about 1.5 minutes long. This is a wonderful, wonderful collection of recordings from an absolutely phenomenal composer, and if you don't like Chopin, then just grow up and listen to some Chopin. Chopin is fantastic, and if you haven't listened to Chopin before and you follow the Spotify playlist for this, I'd just give it a listen, because you never know what you might love about Chopin. And if you haven't seen the film The Pianist, it's definitely in my sort of top 5 films of all time. It's an absolute masterpiece. Roman Polanski directed it, which is a little bit dodgy, I know, but still a very good film, and Adrian Brody's performance in there was absolutely phenomenal, and I'm pretty sure that he won an Oscar for it, which was 100% deserved. So watch The Pianist, listen to the music from The Pianist, culture yourself on some Chopin, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know down there what your thoughts are, if you have any particular piano-based pieces of music that you're really into at the moment. What do you think of my choices? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Just let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section there. Like I said, there will be a Spotify playlist up with all of the music that I've spoken about today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you very soon.